beautiful people. It's Wonder.ful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is about monkeypox. So if you don't know what monkeypox is, then this video is for you. And if you didn't currently know that as of now, July 2022, and a couple months prior, here in the US and a couple of other countries, there has been a monkeypox outbreak. This video is for you because in this video, I'm going to be sharing some information, giving a quick rundown of what monkeypox is, how do you get it, what are the symptoms, and what do you do if you think you've been exposed to somebody with monkeypox, or if you yourself may believe that you have monkeypox. So, like I said, there's an outbreak going on right now in several countries. Monkeypox is endemic to certain areas, right? And in those areas, it's more common. But right now, it's going on in regions outside of the endemic areas. And so that's what we're talking about, the outbreak that started in May of 2022. So monkeypox is a zoonotic infection, a viral infection. Zoonotic meaning that it's a disease of animals, but it can be transmitted to humans. And also, humans can transmit it to other humans. So now I'm going to move into the modes of transmission. How do you get monkeypox? The first way is by direct contact. And this can either be from person to person through the infectious rash that they may have and or bodily fluids from the person with monkeypox. In I guess, addition to that, or, also related to that, when that person with monkeypox touches anything, that has touched the rash or touched the bodily fluids from the rash or anything like that, it touches a table or, clothing, bedding, doorknobs, chairs, toys that little kids may be playing with, anything like that, those materials and fomites can then transmit the monkeypox to someone else. The other mode of transmission is respiratory, by large respiratory droplets. So if you are in somebody's face for a long time, you're talking, you're laughing, you're joking, you're having fun, but you're in their space for a long period of time, then those respiratory droplets can then have you be infected with monkeypox. The last one is vertical transmission, meaning if a mother is pregnant and she is exposed to monkeypox and then she gets monkeypox, she can give the monkeypox to the baby that is in her womb. So those are all the ways that you can get monkeypox. And by way of knowing how you can get monkeypox, you now know how you can prevent monkeypox. So if you have been exposed to monkeypox, or you don't know, but you want to know what to look for, I'm now going to give the rundown of what are the symptoms, the clinical signs and symptoms of monkeypox. Because it is a viral infection, it does start usually with a viral prodrome, meaning that, just like if you had any other virus like the flu, any kind of upper respiratory virus, COVID, you name it, you may get fever, chills, body aches, you may have like swollen lymph nodes, you may feel very tired, fatigue, malaise, headache, all of those things. I'm not saying you have to have every symptom, but those are kind of a combination of symptoms that you can have during the viral prodrome, which is usually around 4 days before you develop the rash. And I'm going to talk about the rash, but I do want you to know that during this current outbreak, people have not necessarily been getting the full prodrome before the rash. Sometimes they're getting the rash and then fever and chills and whatever, or they're kind of happening together. So I just want you to be aware of that. Now for the rash itself goes kind of through some stages. With classic monkeypox, it starts as a small flat circle, multiple wherever you've been exposed usually. a small flat circle, usually less than a centimeter, and then it kind of progresses to a raised, well circumscribed, round kind of firm papule, which then goes into a vesicle, which you can think of as like a blister. It's like a little fluid filled, kind of like chickenpox, the little vesicles. If you you may be, I don't know what year, but some of y'all might be too young to know what chickenpox actually looks like, but you can Google it. Now, the difference with monkeypox, though, from chickenpox, usually the rash and the lesions all evolve through this, kind of this journey that I'm explaining to you, these patterns. They all happen at the same time. All of the rash will look like every single lesion. You won't be able to say, well, it used to look like this one, but then it turned into this, and then it turned into this. No, they're all going to be flat, then raised, then fluid filled. Then the next is pustule, which the fluid basically becomes pus. Then, like I said, it's very well circumscribed, like a little circle, but it's not like a dome completely. There's usually an umbilication in the middle or a central depression, kind of like a dent or divot in the middle, almost like a little donut or something, where the rash kind of does that. Then it goes over to crusting over, and eventually the scab or whatever falls off, and that takes about 1 to 2 weeks to fully go through that whole cycle. Now, another thing about the rash with this current outbreak that I want to point out is a lot of cases have been on the genitals or private parts area, whatever, vagina, penis, anus, rectum, in that area. So I do want to point out that in this area, the cases that have been confirmed, they can be confused with or look very similar to herpes, syphilis, and other lesions of, commonly known STDs. It's not to be confused with monkeypox. However, if you are someone who say, you have herpes and you get outbreaks, here and there, whatever, and you get treatment just like always, and then you're not getting better, you should definitely be tested for monkeypox, because like I said, the rash on the genitals or the oral mucosa, those type of membranes can appear similar to other, commonly known STDs. So that's just something I want to put out there as well about the rash for this current outbreak. So I just want to make sure I'm hitting on everything. The rash also is usually painful until it starts to heal, crust over and heal, and then it starts becoming very itchy. And then also, like I said, they're all in the same stage of development. So you're not going to have one that looks flat and one that looks like a blister and one that looks like a pustule and one that's crusting over. They're going to all be marching through the same stage at the same time. And the other thing is that's kind of different with this outbreak that has been a little more common than the classic one is, like I said, being on the mucosa, like the mouth, tongue, throat, whatever, as well as the genitals, versus being more concentrated on the face, the arms, the legs, and things like, if you Google monkeypox, the classic pictures that would come up. But like I said, monkeypox is monkeypox, so I'm just trying to put it out there, all of the symptoms of those. You must have the rash, though. You can't just, like I said, viral infections all cause some combination of fever, chills, body aches, malaise. If you've had the flu, you know what I'm talking about. So just because you have fever and body aches does not mean you have monkeypox. But I do want you to know that if you do have those symptoms, be on the lookout for rash, because if you do develop a rash, then you should be tested. Now, going into what to do next, you can always, go to your primary doctor, go to the emergency department, call your local health department and ask for, if they have any special instructions in your area. But you do want to reach out to a healthcare professional in order to be tested, especially so that you can keep yourself safe and keep your close contacts safe as well. The other thing is, in terms of like, how do you know, when this is over or whatever, the person, or you or whoever's watching this video, the person will be considered infectious from the time that they begin with clinical symptoms all the way till the lesions have fully crusted over, fallen off, and started healing and already like creating a new layer of skin. Like when you get an abrasion, you see the scab and the scab has fallen off and your skin looks almost back to its real, its real self. That's when you're no longer considered infectious. And if you have been exposed to someone, it is recommended that you monitor yourselves to look out for symptoms for a full 21 days to see and make sure, if you're developing any symptoms, to go seek some medical advice and testing from a healthcare professional. And there are treatments that could be available to you. So you definitely want to reach out to them for that. Primary, emergency department, local health department. Those are people that you can reach out to. So I hope that, I try to pack a lot of information in this video. So I was trying to just keep it really short, to the point, concise, but make sure you get a quick rundown of what it is, how you get it, what are the symptoms, and what to do if you find yourself in this predicament where you may think that you may have been exposed or you may have monkeypox. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with a friend so they can be just as informed as you. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, monkeypox, anything at all, put those in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions about future Wonderful Wednesdays video topics that you want to hear about in the future, put those in the comment section below as well. But as always, thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.